Good evening. Welcome to the Basketball Hour, WODU, starring myself, Nick Bond, aka Numbers.
Hey, your boy B. Davis.
And your boy Mitch.
Hope everyone's having a good week so far on this lovely Wednesday. All right, we're going to start off with some somber news. Obviously, last week we lost a legend in Dean Smith, longtime UNC coach. Today we lost another coaching icon, this time Jerry Tarkanian, longtime coach of UNLV Running Rebels. And, he really just revolutionized basketball with the way that UNLV team played. They played just so fast, so up-tempo. Running Rebels is really the perfect nickname for that team. What are y'all's thoughts on his legacy?
Tark the Shark, man.
Tark the Shark.
1990, if I was born, that would have been a bad year because that was the year he took his legendary team to the conference, the championship, and they won, prevailing over Duke. That was one of the biggest margins of victory in a national championship. They put a 30 burger on them, B. Davis. So
nobody ever gives UNLV too much credit, man. They're not a prestigious school, but he definitely did a lot for that team.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he had some success later on when he came back to college coaching with Fresno State. At 621 seasons there, and historically that's not known for being a basketball school. So, and just a great man too. A guy that really cared about his players. Really cared about his guys being better people.
It's been a tough week if you're a college basketball fan.
Right.
You lose the great Dean Smith, and you lose Jerry Tarkanian.
Right. Two icons.
Exactly.
And also, just overall in sports, period, can't forget Ed Sapel, founder of NFL Films, also passed away recently. And his son, Steve, his son, Steve, passed away a couple of years ago after having a brain tumor. So it's sad that we've lost, the two, brains behind a very important piece of NFL history. So
I think Trey Wingo's put it best. He said, we lost a man who took a sport or a game and made it an art.
He's right.
Football.
He's right.
NFL Network really has changed the game. Man.
Right.
Don't act like you didn't get off the school bus and turn to NFL film. So.
And there's a reason, he's in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
All right, now, on to happier news. Again, rest in peace, Jerry Tarkanian. Now, before we get into game-specific stuff, last night, and this has kind of been the talk of the internet since, it happened, Charles Barkley basically went on air last night after the Lakers-Nuggets game ended, and when talking about the Rockets, a team he loves to hate, he basically called Daryl Morey an idiot and said that analytics is dumb and they're for nerds who didn't play sports in high school. I mean, he's wrong, but I think the funniest part of him being wrong is that he cited the Heat and Spurs as examples of teams that, quote, didn't need analytics to win. Like, are you serious, Chuck?
Yeah,
like,
man, he's basically saying that just, I guess, stars won that team, man.
Right.
I really feel like that was just.
I think a common misconception to people who hate on analytics is that they think that people who prefer analytics don't actually watch basketball and that stars don't matter. But that's not the case at all. Like, you can use the eye test with analytics. That's how it's supposed to be used. What are y'all's thoughts on Chuck's comments?
First of all, I didn't know the mic did that, so shout outs to that.
Me neither.
But I think that was one of the silliest statements I saw. I mean, obviously, he's discrediting. I mean, he's talking about like teams like the Bulls back then that didn't use it. Yeah, they did. They used it.
It was just defined differently.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, honestly, it goes back a long time, analytics, and it's not just some totally new, concept. It's gotten more complex, but it's not the birth of it here. So I don't understand where this comment is coming from.
This is basketball, man. This is advancing, so it's just like maybe he's looking at it as back in the day it was more, of his style of play, but now, basketball is changing. And everybody sees that.
It is.
Sir Charles, man, he's always outrageous with his comments.
Look at the last 3 teams who have look at the last 3 teams who have won titles. The Spurs, the Heat, the Mavericks. Are you really going to tell me that analytics have nothing to do with winning championships?
Yeah, man. He's trolling, man.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I don't know where he got that out of your book of trolling.
Oh, come on. You haven't even seen trolling yet.
Oh, man.
Now, speaking of the Rockets, really entertaining game last night. Suns versus Rockets. A really big playoff battle in the West. The Suns are obviously fighting for the 8th seed, and the Rockets are really trying to just battle through without Dwight Howard. James Harden, I mean, you can't say enough about the guy. I've been driving, well, I know we're all on the MVP bandwagon when it comes to Harden. Here's his stat line from last night. 13 of 23, 3 of 7 from 3, 11 from 14 at the free throw line, 40 points, 9 assists, 12 rebounds, 3 steals. Yeah, I mean, we still think he's the MVP, right?
Behind Steph. Yeah.
All right, now I'm glad he said that. All right, because I don't have, for the record, I don't have any problem with Steph winning the MVP, and I think a good comparison to Steph winning the MVP would be Derrick Rose, because not because of on-court production, because Steph would be a far better on-court MVP than Derrick Rose. That was the worst MVP ever. Steph has the media thing going for him. I think Harden's starting to get it.
Okay.
I just appreciate what Harden's doing on the court more than Steph, because Harden just, quite frankly, even with Dwight, bears more offensive responsibility than Steph. Right. That's not to cheapen what Steph's doing. Steph might shoot 50, 40, 90, which, we don't see that from many point guards with his usage rate. I mean, Steve Nash is really the last one we saw it with. So, I mean, Steph winning the MVP, I wouldn't agree with it, but I wouldn't hate it. I mean, I wouldn't look at it this way. If Steph won MVP, I wouldn't say it was a bad or wrong choice. I just think Harden is the more deserving MVP.
And I was just about to say, I don't think it would be controversial if either or won. I feel like they're both doing
historic things.
Yeah, historic things this season, man.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
And Anthony Davis, too. He probably won't win MVP, even if the Pelicans somehow miraculously make the playoffs. He probably won't win it. But he's been the best player in basketball this season. Yeah, that's all. That's how I feel when it comes down to it.
As LeBron slowly.
If LeBron wants that MVP bad enough, he'll get it.
And I said that at the beginning of the season, man. When the Cavs were doing bad, don't count them out in the playoffs.
Now,
I'm just gonna say another name that's crept up there has been that guy Jeff Teague, man.
Oh yeah.
And I got a lot of flack for saying he's very under the radar point guard, and that I think he is
he's in that 11 to 13 point guard range. I think that's fair. Versus a lot of good point guards.
I think he went to the wrong door and he's knocking on that top 10. So keep a lookout for him in the second half of the season.
It's funny when Charles Barkley was always one of those people that said Tony Parker's the best point guard in the NBA, which was never true. Yeah. And if like Jeff Teague,
one of the best postseason.
Sure, I won't disagree with you there. But if Teague does stuff like, as I honestly think he's like the new Tony Parker, just a better shooter. Like, is Chuck gonna be like on the Jeff Teague's the best point guard in the NBA bandwagon if the Hawks like cook in the playoffs, which we expect them to? That would get really annoying because that would just ruin it for me. Like, okay, yeah, you took an under the radar player I loved and blew him up. Thanks, guys. I just hope that doesn't happen with Jeff Teague.
I just feel like the Spurs, man, they're just getting that veteran credit right now, but at the same time, it's just a lot of teams looking better than the Spurs still.
You can't count them out yet.
Yeah, you can't. I'm definitely not counting them out. But Tony Parker is definitely not even, in my opinion, top 5 anymore.
Oh no. Here are the Western standings right now. Golden State's at first. Memphis is 3 games back in second. Houston is 3 games behind Memphis. Portland's a game behind Houston at the 4th spot. Dallas is a game behind Portland at the 5th spot. Clippers are a half game back from Dallas at the 6th spot. rough stretch for them lately. San Antonio, a half game behind the Clippers at the 7th spot. Phoenix, 5 games behind San Antonio at the 8th spot. So
they're behind New Orleans still. Interesting.
They're tied.
They're
tied.
Oh, never mind.
And neither team has really been super inspiring in their last 10 games. So.
I feel you. I think they kind of took a turn, though, when they put up 130 on the Clippers.
That was a big win for the Thunder. But
the Clippers,
I think it speaks more about what's wrong with the Clippers right now. What is wrong with the Clippers?
What's wrong with the Clippers, man?
And tonight's a big game for them, which we'll discuss later.
Clippers, though. We got to take that
and being out. And that brings me to my next topic. There's a pretty big rash of injuries in the NBA. Blake Griffin's going to be out for the foreseeable future. Jimmy Butler's hurt right now. Melo is apparently getting closer to shutting it down, whatever that means for the Knicks. Dwight Howard is going to be out for at least 6 weeks. I mean, what do we make of all these injuries, and what kind of impact, what impact will Blake and Dwight's injuries have in the Western Conference playoff spot?
And Jimmy Butler, honestly.
Yeah, in the East, I don't think it's going to make a huge impact in the East.
Yeah,
because I think it's pretty much set. Even with Jimmy Butler, Cleveland's going to jump Chicago at some point, I think.
And we could also see the Bucks move up to the 5th seed.
Yeah,
if they keep winning the way they're winning.
But as for Blake and Dwight, what does this do in the West? I mean, Houston's. I mean, I thought Houston would be good, and I will agree with Charles on that. I can't buy him as a championship team. Maybe they'll make a run.
They have a top 5 defense, so I'm really not worried about them getting scored on.
Yeah, it's just maybe they can do this. I'm starting to buy into it more. I mean, they are the 3rd seed in the West right now.
I mean, I've had a few spots on the bus. It's just been kind of me. So.
Well, I mean, I'm on the Harden bus. But the Rockets bus, that's a different animal altogether.
I think the Rockets will still be okay without Dwight, but the Clippers without Blake, that's bad.
Detrimental.
Yeah, it's kind of the inverse. It's like the inverse of last year when Chris Paul missed all those games for the Clippers and Blake played MVP basketball and the Clippers played still excellent ball without Chris Paul. So
Blake's game has just changed so good now, man. It's just like remember he used to be a dunker.
Yeah.
Now he's just an outside. He's an outside presence now as well.
It's just interesting to think, like, who's going to step up for the Clippers in that front court? It can't be Spencer Hawes because he's just not that good. I mean, Chris Paul can only score but so much. He's got to distribute too. I mean,
well, as far as the Clippers go, man, they're a done deal, and they're signed, sealed, and delivered. But I'm just saying, down there at the 27 and 25 slot.
So sold on
and with a big game tonight against the 39 and 13 Grizzlies that they will win. This is a perfect way to go into the All-Star break.
Grizzlies disrespect is not tolerated here.
No, it's just
that's what that is.
It's straight facts. It's analytics, actually.
Oh, here we go.
The Grizzlies have the most analytic-minded guy in basketball, John Hollinger, in their front office.
I feel you. So, what does that mean when they're gonna win?
It doesn't mean anything because the Grizzlies are gonna win.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask this, man. If they do play the Warriors by chance in the playoffs, what's your estimated?
I'm so sick of
what do you think they're gonna get?
I think that series goes 7 games, man. I just don't see how it doesn't.
In Oracle? Are you kidding me right
now? With KD and Westbrook, the Warriors have wiped the floor with the Thunder. And they're just a far better team.
Who's going to guard Clay?
I feel you.
Just tell me who's going to Clay that series.
It's cool to talk about.
Coaching matters.
It's cool to talk about the regular season.
Coaching matters, man.
Steve Kerr is going to
coaching matters.
Scott Brooks'
it's
first
cool
year.
to talk about the regular season, man. I can't wait. As you say, as the illustrious B. Davis said, I can't wait until April.
Right.
So
coaching matters.
That's cool.
I just want to know who's going to guard Clay.
You're better than this.
Scott Kerr is improving in the playoffs.
Scott Brooks is awful.
Where are these?
Scott Brooks is what's held that team back in the playoffs.
It is, man.
Or Steve Kerr is, as I said, Steve Kerr is unproven in the playoffs, and so are the Warriors. Steph Curry.
He's slowly proving himself right now.
Yeah, he's made this Warriors team already.
But the logic with the Hawks is, I mean, they're different right now. Right. But you said it may not change in the postseason.
Steve Kerr took a good. Steve Kerr took a really good team and made them arguably the best team in the NBA.
And Mike Budenholzer did the same. So
Mike Budenholzer, he's revolutionized the Hawks. That's a totally different argument.
They've been a perennial second-round exit, man. You can't say that they weren't a good team.
This isn't the same Hawks team that Budenholzer had, though. This is literally the same team that Mark Jackson had last year with Steve Kerr.
Any new people for it.
Aside from Sean Livingston. And are y'all going to tell me that that's what's making the Warriors number 1 in the West? No.
Still, they were perennial second-round exit, man.
Okay, no. Steve Kerr, I don't know why we're talking about Hawks. Steve Kerr, and he's made Draymond Green like an all-star. if Blake Griffin can't go in the All-Star game, I think Draymond Green should be added, not another guard. And like the fact that Steve Kerr is,
DeAndre Jordan,
I'm sure, but Draymond Green's been a better player this year.
I don't understand.
Same with Draymond.
We were just having that talk prior to
if DeAndre Jordan has All-Star numbers, and what does Draymond Green have?
All right, let's take a look.
He's the better player. I don't know
Draymond
what's
Green is
wrong
not
with
an
y'all.
all-star over DeAndre. I can't agree with you there.
Is Mike Conley an All-Star over both?
Over Draymond and DeAndre?
Nah, because it's a guard late in the team already. You can't put another guard.
All right, we're dropping this because the we'll save this for Twitter. The DeAndre Jordan argument is fruitless with us.
Oh my God.
All right, so we had a pretty small but noticeable trade happen recently. Are y'all really going to tell me DeAndre Jordan's an All-Star?
Yes, I am actually.
The numbers aren't lying.
It's just the All-Stars are just...
No, they are.
The numbers
I mean, those are y'all...
13.
And analytics,
He's averaging
his
10
player
and 13.
efficiency rating is a 20.6. So I don't know what more you want.
But he said put him on another team. He's not a star.
He's not a star now.
I said CP3 did make him, but you can't take that much away from him, man.
I'm not saying he's bad.
He'd make the Heat a 6 seed. At least.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much to make the Heat a better team these days.
No, he didn't.
That was too easy, man. All right.
No, he didn't.
Let's drop this. The DeAndre Jordan argument is just fruitless. Mo Williams traded to the Hornets. Yeah, it's not hard to make 63% of his shots when they're 2 inches from the basket.
Man, get it how you live it, right? That's a game of basketball.
Can someone help me with this DeAndre Jordan problem? This is awful. Mo Williams traded to the Hornets, traded along with Troy Daniels, really good 3-point shooter, in exchange for Gary Neal in Miami's 2019 second-round pick.
They're just throwing around our pick like some piece of meat.
2019. So what I like this move for the Hornets. I think Mo Williams is he's not gonna push him over the top, but it's usually little moves like this that kind of round out a team like the Hornets.
Mo Williams.
He's probably their best guard right now.
This season already, man. He's nice.
You could argue Mo's their best guard.
No Shaft is extra 2.52.
And Gerald Henderson's been playing really good basketball lately.
Yeah. I told you, man.
Those are their two best. Those are their two best guards now, Henderson and Mo Williams.
I hate to see.
Kimba's still on the team.
I wasn't even going to bring it up.
You didn't need
to. Oh my God, Kimba just got to get better consistency with him, man. But he's all right.
It doesn't always happen.
Wow. But Troy Daniels, I hate to see him getting passed around the league right now.
But at least he's going. He went from a really good team in Houston to a worst team in the NBA in the Wolves. Now he's going to from what now is a playoff team in Charlotte. A team that's playing better since her awful start to the season.
7, I love it, man. Okay, I didn't know. Sorry, keep going.
22 and 29. Dog, we're only 2 games back from you, and we're trying to be bad. Y'all are trying to be good.
No.
Oh wow.
My point is, it's the East. It's terrible.
Pretty soon, we're going to be views from the 6, man. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I would love to play Toronto in the first round. That'd be a first-round win, honestly.
For the Raptors, I agree.
All right.
You really think you're sneaky good? Sneaky good is being 2 or 3 games above 500. Sneaky good isn't being 7 games under 500.
Numbers. Sneaky good is not what I'm getting at. I'm saying.
Nah, it is.
I'm saying that
you got to help me with this one.
If this experience laden mixed
Miami
with
is just a couple pieces away from getting
mixed with the
Toronto Bosch,
mixed with the youth movement, experience mixed with the youth movement, we could do some damage in the playoffs, man.
It depends. It all falls
I hear you.
on Wade, man.
I hear you.
I've said that for years.
I hear you.
It falls on Wade.
I hear you.
This team goes his way.
Yes, sir.
Now, next up, George Karl, expected to be named Kings coach after the All-Star break. And I think we're all probably in the same boat on this. George Karl is, to me, the best NBA coach to have never won a championship. One of the best, for sure. And just period, one of the greatest coaches of all time. I hate the timing of his hire. I think, just ride out what you have, see what Karl sees, and, see what Karl thinks of his team. Don't let him get mired in a dysfunction, because that can mess up, his confidence and the team's confidence going into next season. Mid-season coaching hires almost never work out. I mean, the most recent one I can think of off the top of my head was Mike D'Antoni. I mean, and the Lakers are about as incompetent as the Kings right now. Yeah. So I love George Karl. I think he's a great coach for Boogie, especially. I think Boogie is disheartened by just all the change and lack of consistency with the Kings. I would be too. I don't blame him. Now, before we get to Boogie, what do you guys think about Karl and the Kings? Do you guys What do you guys think about the timing?
Side note: one of his favorite
Gucci.
rappers are Gucci.
That's his favorite rapper. So he was born to coach
drops an
Boogie.
album tomorrow. Keep going.
Yes, sir.
That's
Top
right.
guy back, man. But George Karl, man, humble guy. You can't not like George Karl.
Right.
Man. Like he said, he's one of the best to not win a championship. But do you think he's gonna fit into Sacramento? I feel like he can.
Yeah, I mean, I think
and Boogie and all
yeah,
that.
it's a weird roster.
My thing with him is that he's got a history of not getting along with players. Namely
Melo liked him.
But
but
Melo was pretty much uncoachable in Denver, though. We have to be honest about that.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But at
JR too. I mean,
yeah.
That's not an easy. That was not an easy team to coach. Yeah, AI exactly.
That was a.
I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, that was a fun team to watch, but I think that team aged George Karl really fast. You know what? Screw the Nuggets for the way like they kind of threw George Karl out. They thought they were getting like the next great genius in Brian Shaw, and they thought George Karl was some dinosaur. Now look how bad that team is.
I feel like it was like the last resort, honestly, because he obviously got passed over for the Pacers job with Frank Vogel.
Brian Shaw,
yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean the Nuggets just were flat out dumb for what they did.
Got passed over on the Lakers job as well. So
that might actually be good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean that's a bad job right now.
How could this be any better, man? If he could have took that Lakers job, I mean.
Well, here's my problem with the Nuggets. Before we get back to the Kings, if the Nuggets wanted to go youth, which they did, coaching wise with Brian Shaw, they should have just gutted that entire team and tried to rebuild from scratch. They took what was becoming a borderline playoff team and they tried to put it together and make a playoff run with it. It didn't work. It failed horribly. They should have just scrapped the whole team, rebuilt with Brian Shaw, and maybe he's not on the hot seat, one of the worst coaches in the NBA like he is today.
Well, the emergence of Yusuf Nurkic has been.
I love that guy, man. That's one
nice.
good. That's one thing they've gotten right. That's their building block.
Man, I talked about his footwork earlier in the season, but it's here.
It's
now.
here. It is. And he's a trash talker. I love the guy. He was
trash
talking Boogie a couple weeks ago.
Fareed is talking. He's throwing out, his language is curse words now. Too,
yeah, his Serbian curse words. I love it.
Can I just have a moment of silence for that windmill he did the other day?
Yeah.
I mean, Kenneth Fareed, he should be in the dunk contest as well. The Manimal.
Now, with Boogie, I feel bad for Boogie, man. Like, his rep is kind of, I think, starting to fade away. Like, I don't think he's an uncoachable guy. He was immature when he was younger. I think he's grown up now. He doesn't like the coaching inconsistencies. I wouldn't either. He loved Mike Malone.
Yeah, man, you're not going to get a championship like that, or you're not going to win with constant changes like that in the coaching staff. That's just like Kobe. Just having a bunch of changes. DeMarcus cannot. He can't progress like that. If so many changes in the coaching.
If there's still a dumpster fire next season, which they very well could be, does Boogie force his way out of Sacramento?
He's got to, man. I feel like he's doing so many changes.
You see, I think they would kill. I don't think he can force his way because it considering the reputation he still has, it just isn't a good look.
Demand a trade. That's what he could do. He could demand a trade.
I think he should just not commit to re-signing long term. Because then maybe the Kings will get serious about putting a team around him, or then maybe they'll trade him and just start from scratch.
He's given that team a lot of chances.
I mean, he's got some pieces around. I mean, Rudy Gay,
inspiring.
Waits for more.
Yeah, exactly.
Waits for more.
Ben McLemore
is nice though.
He's playing a lot better this
season.
season.
My man's been.
No, but Nick Stauskas was. I mean, not to say that was just a dumb pick. I mean.
It wasn't the right fit for him.
No, and not only was he not the best shooting guard available, they needed to draft a power forward, James Young. But yes,
we see where he's at.
Oh wow,
he doesn't get it. But
He's like this Karl Towns.
All right. Not even getting into this. Not even getting into this. But where could Boogie get traded? Obviously, I'm going to say my Celtics. I mean, one, we need a center, and two, we have the assets. But what are other teams that could potentially trade for him down the road?
As far as teams that have assets to go,
Miami.
Are we talking like irrational?
Within the next year or two. I mean, well, if you have assets, it's not irrational. If you have assets in the need, it's not irrational.
No, I didn't say you guys.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying like
because I'm not going to get my hopes up for it because it probably won't happen. I'd love to have Boogie,
but New York? You don't think so?
They don't have assets to trade for him.
New York. That would be, the desirable destination.
Oh, I would hate to see Boogie in New York. I would hate that.
Phil Jackson could do something, man.
Nah. No.
Honestly,
Oh, come on. Who Derek? Are you going to count on
need
Derek Fisher to be the boogie whisperer?
No, Derek Fisher needs to go. I said Phil Jackson could do
teams
something.
that need a
Phil ain't
center.
coaching, man.
Milwaukee, they need to get rid of Larry Sanders and put DeMarcus Cousins there and what Jason Kidd is
It's going to take a lot more to get Boogie than just Larry Sanders.
Oh, yeah. No, but they have picks, though. That's the thing.
But not good picks. Milwaukee's trending up.
They are, but, I mean, you got a first round. You can flip that to even more if you're the Kings, honestly.
So Boogie's only worth a couple picks?
He's worth a lot of picks and expiring contracts. I think it would take at least 2 firsts.
So
maybe.
So what is Chris Middleton on? Is he on an expiring contract or is he signed with them?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's a guy they want to trade, though. I mean,
yeah,
Milwaukee just wants
Chris Middleton.
No, I mean, he's playing well. Milwaukee's doing what they're doing. I like what they're doing. Right. They're about to win 30 games tonight, which is twice what they had last year.
So you're guaranteeing a win tonight. Yeah, Chris Middleton is an expiring contract.
My point is, Chris Middleton and a non-lottery first is nowhere near enough to get Boogie. You just don't want him at the Celtics. I get it.
I just don't see how every big name is gonna end up on the Celtics.
I'm not saying that. Y'all are telling me every free agent's going to the Knicks.
No, I didn't say that. I said Tobias Harris and I said Marc Gasol.
Yeah, Marc Gasol's not going there though. I have to 100% disagree with that.
I really hope he doesn't. I hope he at least goes to a good team.
I just don't understand why would he leave the Grizzlies for them?
He wants his money, which I guess I can respect, but
it's not all about money, man.
We
see this Melo situation transcending right now. It's not about that.
There's really no if you think about it, there's really no team that needs a center except Oklahoma City, Milwaukee, and
us.
The Celtics.
And it'll be too late for OKC because KD's gonna be out.
Because every other team, when you look at it, and the Lakers, but they're not gonna trade into another team right there in the state. So.
Yeah.
So that's the only team that really. Everybody else has terrible contracts with their centers or they're committed to.
What about Brook Lopez on Portland?
Terrible contract. They want to trade him.
So they can't let him go for him.
You doing Brook Lopez in Brooklyn?
I mean Robin Lopez. I'm sorry.
Oh no. They would never trade Robin Lopez. Yeah, you keep him. You trade Thomas Robinson or. I want the Blazers, and I've been saying this. I want the Blazers to trade Thomas Robinson and/or Myers Leonard and their first-round pick for Wilson Chandler.
But Boogie and D Lillard.
No, that can't happen. It can't because the Blazers don't have the assets to do it. It's going to take a lot to trade for Boogie. I mean, this guy's a top 5 center in the NBA. I mean, best offensive center in the NBA. This guy's a transcendent talent at the position.
I mean, but their front office is so inept. So
it is, but I mean, they don't want to trade him.
He was
you have to look at it that way. A couple of years ago, I mean, before he settled down and got his contract, and they hired Mike Malone. I mean, that was when Paul Westphal was his coach.
Paul Westphal, man,
he was too old for that team, man. Running gun, yeah.
So, what you got next on the slate, man?
Y'all ready to pick him?
Sacramento
talk. Seriously, it's depressing.
Yeah.
Let's do our pick 'em for this week.
I'm down with that, man. I'm down with that.
First up on the schedule, we got Hawks, Celtics. I'm taking the Hawks.
Yeah, taking the Hawks, man.
Yes, sir.
But you know what? This is the kind of game we would win, and I don't mean this in a braggadocious way. It would make me mad if we won this game.
No, that actually.
You know what I mean?
Bring me to a point later in the pick. Keep going. I'm with the Hawks as well.
Magic Knicks up next. Magic. Wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks won, but
that's just not a surprise.
But Jock Vaughn's not coaching anymore, so I think the Magic win this one.
Knicks win this one. Langston Galloway, man.
He's
been a nice little.
No, he's good. No, he's all right.
11 points a game. That's all right.
But he's not as good as Alfred or Vic.
I mean, he did just come out of the D League.
Right, yeah. All right, Spurs, Pistons, Spurs. Right, yeah. Raptors, Wizards.
Yeah, let's talk about this, man. These Wiz kids, man. What's going on with them?
Just
I may take the Pistons because I think their front court may.
All right.
Okay. I hear that.
Okay. But the backcourt.
Back to these Wiz kids, though. Back to these Wiz kids. Can we just talk about this?
All right, who we got in Raptors Wiz?
I missed the other day. I wasn't here, but I want to know: are they a championship caliber team?
I don't feel like getting into this again for 10 minutes, but no, they're not championship caliber. You don't just get that overnight.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
It's cool, man. It's cool.
Can't wait till
I told you numbers. Exactly. I told numbers not to put all of his horses in one stable.
That's exactly what you're doing.
But yeah,
you don't get good.
No, I'm just saying that they're a championship contending team, man.
No, they're not.
They're not losing in the second round, so I know that much.
But the East is so bad that doesn't matter.
Exactly.
And
It's
if
all
they get
about
to
who
the
comes
Eastern
out
Conference
the East.
Finals, then
It really is about who comes out the East.
You have to be consistently a threat, like in conference finals for a couple years or NBA finals for a couple years to be a championship contender. You don't just get good one year, then get a little bit better the next year, and then bam, you're a championship caliber team. It doesn't work that way.
We have to take it into account.
Doesn't work that way.
Against like elite teams,
Right.
What did the Thunder do?
They weren't a championship contender right away either.
I mean,
that took a couple years too. They also had KD and Westbrook, two top 5 players in the NBA.
That transition from 2010 to 2012 was pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they almost got swept.
But that's not how every team is. Like the Thunder are an outlier. There are outliers to discussions. That's an outlier. And they had James Harden. 3 top 5, 6 players in the NBA. Well, eventual because Harden wasn't yet, but y'all get my point. I'm not bashing the Wizards. You see, Mitch is ruining the Wizards for me. I love watching the Wizards, what they're doing. Like, yeah.
I do, but I just think that
then watch them after the All-Star break. Okay?
Cool.
Okay.
All right. I've got the Raptors in this.
Yeah.
It will be a good game, though.
It will be.
It was a good game last time.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the Wizards get out with this one, though.
All right.
I'm gonna say they get out with this one.
Smart guy, Wizards.
Bucks Kings tonight.
I'm going with the Kings. I'm going with the Kings, man.
Mitch.
I think they'll surprisingly pull that away.
Going with the Bucks.
I'm going with the Bucks too.
The Kings are terrible on the road.
Terrible period too. It's just depressing.
And sorry to backtrack. The only thing with the Wizards, they're terrible at on the road.
They are. They are. That hurts. And the Raptors crowd can get really fired up. Warriors Timberwolves. I'm picking the Warriors, but this has like trap potential in it.
Nah, I'm just going with the Warriors.
No, I am, but like
numbers, I hear you all the way. That's
oh, that I hear you.
No.
That was a positive one.
Okay, yeah, like I hear it so much. I don't even know
anymore. Man, they're getting chemistry. That's
like Rubio came back, and that looks like a real team now.
They're getting chemistry. Yeah, Shabazz is playing like.
I think he's hurt right now.
No, I mean he played the other night.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. He's good. He's good coming off the bench. I mean, you got Kevin Martin is back, and who's actually playing basketball for them. Remember when the Thunder thought they were getting like a replacement James Harden and Kevin Martin? God, that was funny. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, and the Wolves. I think the Wolves actually give the Warriors a tough match here, a tougher matchup than people think.
Okay.
But Warriors, nonetheless.
Yeah, we'll take Warriors. I won't select them that much, but don't be surprised if they lose.
Thank you. Pacers, Pelicans. I'm taking Pacers in this one.
Taking Pacers as well. Pelicans move out of the Thunder's way, and now they're right there staring at the 8th spot.
Monty is such a bad coach. Grizzlies, OKC. Mitch, just get it out of the way.
Yeah, I'm going with the Grizzlies, though.
Same here.
Yo, hey, trusted me this time, B. Davis. Pick the Thunder, man.
God, it's amazing how people sleep on the Grizzlies.
Yeah, nobody's they're just a quiet.
No, people are. People are sleeping on them in general. No one's hyping them as a championship contender, and they are.
They're quiet. They've been good team, man.
Well, yeah, but I'm not.
Market, man. It's Memphis for crying out loud.
Oklahoma City. Come on, what happens there? Tornadoes?
What does happen in Oklahoma?
And they're in Loud City too. Oh man, yeah. Yo, trust in me. The line is Oklahoma City is the favorites in this game.
By
Can you believe that?
Yeah, by 5 points basically.
Too bad I don't gamble.
No.
39-13 just stands out to me though. Man.
Right, they're like
I'm sorry.
They're right there with the Warriors. They've beaten the Warriors. Grizzlies. All right. Mavericks, Jazz, Mavs, but this is another game I could see being a trap game.
Yeah.
The Jazz are fun to watch, man.
Are they?
Yeah, they are. They are. Like they're a bad fun team to watch. Exum's been disappointing. I mean, he's so raw. I mean, we all knew it was going to take time.
Do you need a spare tire on that bus, or do you want Trey Burke to get back in?
Wow. They're both bad right now.
That 19-33 also stands out to me as well.
They're a lot better than I thought they would be at this point. I thought they'd have 19 wins all season.
Yeah, for real. Quinn Snyder, man.
Hayward's averaging 20 a game. Okay.
Baller.
Yeah, he's been a baller.
I'm taking the Mavs though.
I want to see him on the squad though, man.
Blazers, Lakers, Blazers. Who?
Hayward. If they would have picked
I want to see him on another team, man.
Oh, Charlotte Hornets. They would. For some reason, I was thinking of the Pelicans for a second. I thought New Orleans Hornets, Pelicans. I was gonna say the Pelicans would ruin him.
Yeah, don't let him do it.
Blazers, Lakers. Yeah. Blazers. Right. All right. Cool. Rockets, Clippers.
This is the game. This is the game.
We got one more after this, but Rockets Clippers. I'm taking the Rockets in this one. The Clippers have been in poor form. I think the Rockets are going to go out of their way to just like pound the Clippers, and like I'm looking for the Rockets Twitter account to just like wild out on Chuck and just subtweet it.
I'm gonna go with the Clippers, man. I think DeAndre is gonna abuse that inside presence without Dwight.
He must not know who Donatas Manimal is.
Right? Yeah. Oh no, but I mean,
did we not see?
We're talking about an all-star here.
Day? We saw that, right?
We're talking about an all-star here.
We're talking about 27 rebounds the other day. How many do you think he's gonna get on?
Exactly.
I guess Willie Cauley-Stein will be
but the Rockets will
all-star in the NBA.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think it's gonna come down to.
Yo, you slight Willie Cauley so much.
No, I was actually tweeting positive stuff about him last night.
Wow.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. He's not gonna be amazing. I think he'll be like really. I think he'll actually be pretty darn good, but he won't be amazing.
For real, he can run the floor and he can.
Yeah, but the problem is like he looks like dominant against like college players that are like way smaller and less athletic than him in the NBA, and it can be that easy for him.
He can jump out the gym at 7 foot.
Yeah, I mean he'll kill it in like workouts, combine stuff, but I mean he'll take like work for his overall game to develop.
Karl Towns, but
so much praise for the.
No, well, yeah, but I mean Willie Cauley-Stein's really athletic, but his overall game, it's not Towns'.
Never mind.
Are you really gonna try and tell me that? Go ahead and say it. Like
I know Karl Towns better than Willie.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you.
He said no.
Thank you. I didn't want to burn 24 minutes of a show. If you had said that, I would have got up and left.
Oh man.
Now, the moment of truth for Mitch. The Cavs and the Heat tonight. LeBron plays his old college team, the Heat, as he calls them. It was college for him.
I'm about to get it on the snap, man.
Give me a score. Give me a differential.
Hey, I think
what's gonna be the score of tonight's game?
The Heat win tonight's game, man. And I don't have a score for you, but I know they.
How much do they win by? How much do they win by?
I say it's gonna be a dub piece, man.
I do too. You know what? I think LeBron, like this Cavs team is feeling it right now. This isn't the Cavs team that didn't know what they were on Christmas. They now have Mozgov, Shumpert, J.R. Smith, a healthy and better LeBron. Kyrie is playing excellent basketball. Go ahead. Put your Stephen A. Smith face. Yeah. I'll get you a Dwayne Wade jersey and Heat had to go on so you can be like Stephen A. with the Packers,
and
right?
If I recall, he was calling Mario the Kyrie stopper. So I want to see this tonight as well. I want to see that. Definitely.
Oh, man.
Rematch.
All right. The Cavs
are more hype in my inbox that
I was though.
I've got the Cavs winning this one by 25 points. It's gonna be a bloodbath. The Heat stink. The Heat. I get Mitch not being able to accept it. That's so cute. He's gonna have all his free snacks ready for him after the game.
I think it's on Whiteside will body. He'll body the mess out of Mozgov tonight.
Body though.
About to get my Weebay Bryce face on it.
Domination right now. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Is Toronto Bosch gonna come back tonight and stop Kevin Love?
You keep saying that, but he had 32 threes.
No, I mean, like, I know you weren't one of the people.
Kevin Love had 34.
I know you weren't one of the people pushing that narrative. Like, Toronto Bosch is coming back, but
I think we match up even better than we did when we played them on Christmas.
Really?
Minus Wade.
Just look at those average differences.
So the Heat are better without Dwayne Wade. Is that what you're saying?
No, I said minus Wade.
I don't see how on earth.
If he was in it, we may beat them by 15-20.
I don't see how the Heat could possibly match up better this time without Dwayne Wade and with Cleveland having the perfect team.
We all know what Lou Alding's been able to do.
Does that say Chalmers at a shooting guard?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, he'll be like an off guard.
Hey,
I mean,
as I say it again, we all know what Lou Alding's been able to do to LeBron over there head to head during their career.
Well, then I guess if that determines it, Lou versus LeBron.
You're right. That's what it's come down to.
Yeah, Heat by 12, I guess. No, Cavs are going to win this by 23.
Yeah, that's a dub piece.
LeBron's going to drop 35 tonight. And Kyrie will drop 28.
All right, man.
All right, now All-Star Weekend is coming up. A lot of cool events. Oh yeah. Now, here are the rosters for the NBA All-Star Game real quick. In the East, you have John Wall, Kyle Lowry, LeBron James, Pau Gasol, and Carmelo Anthony starting for now. I don't know if Melo's still going to be starting.
No, he won't.
Okay.
So who do we put in there?
Korver.
But you got to put in another.
Or maybe Jimmy Butler. Maybe Jimmy Butler.
No, I was saying who's going to take Carmelo's spot?
He's not going to be another forward. Though.
That's good. Probably Brandon Knight.
Yeah, he deservedly so.
It's whatever. But like, so here right now, here are the other players on the East playoff team. No, Al Horford, Chris Bosh. And let's put 2010 Jeremy Lin in that All-Star game, right? Yeah. Al Horford, Chris Bosh, Paul Millsap, Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Wade, Jeff Teague, Kyrie Irving, and Kyle Korver on the All-Star team with Mike Budenholzer coaching. Now for the West, we have Stephen Curry.
Why is Kobe still up there?
Well, because he was voted. Like, these are like all the players. I was just going to not say his name. Anthony Davis, Marc Gasol, Blake Griffin, Marcus Aldridge, Tim Duncan, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Chris Paul, Boogie, Damian Lillard. Steve Kerr's the head coach.
Dude looks over when he says Russell Westbrook like we haven't bought into that.
I know, I'm just trolling.
Yeah.
Now, for the replacements, Boogie was named as Kobe's injury replacement. Dame was named as Blake Griffin's injury replacement, and Kyle Korver was named as Dwayne Wade's replacement. And Anthony Davis could very well not be able to play too. I hope it's not the case. Like, I think we all want to see Anthony Davis in that. I think Melo's the one we should focus more on not playing in the All-Star game.
I feel like though they would have had to say something by now, right? Because they're leaving probably tomorrow and stuff.
These guys don't care. I mean,
but you got to make them substitutions.
It will come out tomorrow or Friday.
Yeah,
it's nothing for someone to get on the plane and get to New York.
Right. So if Carmelo comes out, I think who do we? Brandon Knight, right? I mean, that's really the only one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a throw in, I guess.
Come on, man. Brandon Knight's had a really good year.
Oh my God.
I know it kills you, and it hurts me too. But
I wish we could put
Brandon
Wall in there.
Brandon Knight's a damn good basketball player, man.
But if Anthony Davis misses the
who else is good on the West though?
DeAndre Jordan
or Draymond or Mike Conley. Or Tony Allen.
You driving this?
I'm not. I'm just saying y'all act like it's only DeAndre Jordan left. What's wrong with y'all?
He's next in line, man.
Yeah, it's got to be DeAndre, man. You can't put Draymond over DeAndre.
How about Goran Dragic? He should have made it last year too.
I mean, if you're doing that, you got to put a package with Eric Bledsoe because he's doing the same, just the same thing.
Dragic is better.
In some aspects.
No, I mean I love Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, but in some aspects, I'm going to keep saying that defensively that he's not touching.
Well, no.
Eric.
But offensively, Eric's not touching Goran Dragic. It's a trade-off.
No, I guess.
Dragic is a street baller out there, man. This dude does some crazy ball fake stuff. He's fun to watch.
Handles are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Beverly is going
no.
I'm saying he is replacing.
Jesus Christ, I was about to say.
Yeah.
He's replacing. I forgot who it is in the skills challenge.
Oh, John Wall.
Yeah. John Wall, yeah.
Yeah.
Because John Wall has to do the shot of horse with Steph Curry.
That'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, probably not.
I was about to say. Well,
what are you taking in that?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, Steph is gonna kill that with just one shot. I'm just saying.
I'd rather
they can do dunks in this too, right?
I'd rather than
like Steph can't.
Like exactly. I'd rather see old Larry Bird. I'd rather see old Larry Bird shoot with Stephen Curry in a horse challenge. It'd be way. I mean, I love John Wall, but he's not.
John Wall is not a shooter.
I love proving you guys wrong. I can't wait to see
this, man.
You know this deep down in your heart, man. This man cannot shoot like.
He's really trying to tell us that he's going to keep up with Steph in a shooting challenge.
It's a difference.
John Wall knows he can't just do dunks.
You guys are talking about in-game. You guys are talking about in-game in-game stuff. We're talking about like nobody.
We're talking about out-game where Steph is going to be even better.
Because if that was the case, he would be in like the 3-point shootout or something if he could shoot.
Okay. All right. Now, real quick before we get to the before we get to the challenges, who do we think wins the All-Star game, West or East? I got East.
I got to take my East, man.
There's four Hawks in the All-Star game.
LeBron, man. Yeah. That's true. That is true. And John Wall said he's going to break the All-Star assist record.
I saw
Magic Johnson's.
He said he was going to do it.
He said he's going to try to.
Oh, and
let it happen.
And real quick, we're going to get killed in Rising Stars Challenge. Have y'all seen the world team we're playing? Steven Adams, Giannis Antetokounmpo,
oh my God,
Bojan Bogdanovic, Gorgie Jane, Dante Exum, the Stifle Tower, Rudy Gobert, Nikola Mirotic, Kelly Olynyk, Dennis Schroeder, Andrew Wiggins, and Yusuf Nurkic. We are going to get murked. Here's our team. Trey Burke, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. This is basically the 2013 draft. Michael Carter-Williams, Zach LaVine, Shabazz Muhammad, Nerlens Noel, Victor Oladipo, Elfrid Payton, Mason Plumlee, and Cody Zeller. We're going to get absolutely destroyed. They're going to beat us by 25 or 30.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, they're going to kill us.
Mason, man.
For the skills challenge, you got Jimmy Butler, Jeff Teague, Kyle Lowry, Patrick Beverly. Michael Carter-Williams, Brandon Knight, Trey Burke, Isaiah Thomas. Now the teams are, because they do it in twos, Isaiah Thomas, Pat Beverly, Michael Carter-Williams, Jeff Teague, Trey Burke, Brandon Knight, Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry.
I got Jeff Teague coming out of that.
I got Jeff Teague coming out of it too.
For some reason, I feel like he's just gonna.
I agree.
That,
I could see Isaiah Thomas.
Wait, are you sure it's still teams?
I think that's what it's showing. Maybe I don't know.
No,
but...
it's matchup versus matchup. So,
okay.
Yeah. It is
so I'm taking out of this. I'm taking my boy Patrick Beverly.
Of course.
Didn't Trey Burke win it last year?
Trey Burke and Lillard did.
Yeah.
I hate this matchups type stuff.
The 3-point shootout. Kyrie Irving, Kyle Korver, Marco Bellinelli, Stephen Curry, James Harden, Wesley Matthews, JJ Redick, and Klay Thompson. Real quick, people are sleeping on Marco Bellinelli. Like, this guy's one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. He won it last year. He just stole it from Bradley Beal at the end. That was cold. Yeah.
Exactly.
But the year before that, Kyrie did. Shout out Kyrie.
Cool.
All right.
Let me clean my glasses.
Is JJ still in this? I don't think so.
Yeah, he is. He is.
I thought he was still doing it.
He's still doing it?
As far as I know, yeah.
Interesting. That's cool, man. I'll take.
There'd be a note if
I do think it's gonna come down to Steph and Klay though. Steph, Klay, or
watch out for Harden, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was about to say I'm taking James.
That three is pure. I know. It's like Wesley Matthews. Like we sleep on him. This dude is a very good 3-point shooter.
Number 1 3-point shooter in the league this year.
Wow.
Kyle Korver.
If you want to look at the number,
I want to see. Is he really Wesley Matthews?
I think it's like based on like attempts. Yeah.
No, there was something they said they were like number 1 is something. I guess 3 points.
I mean, he's a great 3-point shooter.
Yeah, he's nice though.
The slam dunk contest. This is what we're all excited for.
Yeah, it's number 1 in attempts, and now Steph is.
Okay.
1 more, 3 more.
The slam dunk contest. First of all right, we have to do this. Like, who wins the 3-point shootout? Like, gun to your head, who do you have winning it?
Oh, I'm taking.
Klay. I'm going Klay, man.
Taking James, man.
Taking James. I'm taking Harden too.
I love his shot, man.
I do too.
I love it.
It's so pure.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean? Like,
he doesn't hit anything.
He's a lefty. Like, I like that.
Doesn't hit anything.
Don't sleep on Klay. I'm telling you.
Oh no, yeah.
Do not sleep on
I want to say
Clay's made more 3-pointers than Steph this season.
That's why I said. That's why it's gonna come down.
I want to like refute all the people that say Klay can't shoot off the rack. That's his shot is made for off the rack.
Yeah, I agree.
Easily. Set shooter, man.
Slam dunk contest. I'm excited for the slam dunk contest. And
yeah, I think Giannis is about to do something crazy.
Oh,
I also think, I think LaVine.
God, Giannis is gonna be so good.
I feel like he's just LaVine. I feel like he's.
Well, that's all he can do. So I hope he brings it to the dunk contest.
I read that. Did you read that piece with Zach Harper reliving
Vince Carter? Yeah, that was really cool.
No, man, Vince did some crazy stuff, man.
I say every year though, man. What different can you pull out that hasn't been done? I say it every year. I'm just like in the dunk contest. What differently?
People need to take Vince's stance on it, man. You got to study it from a technical standpoint.
Yeah.
Right.
You can come out here and do some crazy stuff. I was thinking of some crazy things.
Trev is trying to tell us that Plumlee's going to win it. Our friend Trev's in the production room.
No, Plumlee has bounce, man.
Look, Plumlee can dunk. Like, it's just like, no. Stop. Like, come on. No. B is not allowed to give Plumlee any praise after burying him last week.
He buried him. Yeah. Come on. Don't try to come out here.
No. I said he could dunk, though, but not with them 3.
I mean, he did win the high school and
have you even watched Giannis play?
Yeah.
All right.
You told me to watch the Bucks.
All right.
Listen. Mason won the McDonald's All-American dunk contest. Won the college dunk. He was the first to ever dunk 3 basketballs. And now all he needs to finish the triple crown is this one. So don't sleep on him, man. I picked Mason, but
Giannis. I got Giannis winning this one, man. I just can't see it going any other way. Dr. J's judging it.
I want to see Mason Plumlee dunk on somebody in a game or something.
What are you talking about?
Has he power dunked on someone in the league?
Man, I'll pull up YouTube.
Not college. I'm talking about the league. Not college.
I just said I'll pull up YouTube for you. What do you want to see, man?
Has he dunked on someone before he even does it?
The Nets are so unbearable to watch, but I can't.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen it. I just want to see him power dunk.
They're by far the team I've watched the least on League Pass. They're just bad awful to watch.
Man. That's all.
I got Giannis. Oladipo can throw down, by the way.
That's gonna come down.
Oladipo can throw down.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah. He's okay. All right. No, Oladipo can throw down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we agree with that. And LaVine, I think actually a lot of people are probably going to have LaVine winning it.
Yeah, I think the advantage
because all we know about LaVine is that he can dunk really good.
I think the advantage over Oladipo is just going to be height, though. You know, LaVine's only 1 inch taller, but still, he's got bounce.
That dude's got mad ups.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
What are we saying?
What are we looking at, man?
Right here, I got you, man. I mean, you wanted this.
He's getting ready to pipe on the Magic.
Oh, okay, Orlando. Okay,
oh no,
no, it doesn't work that way. No, I saw it though. I saw it.
Yeah,
he did it.
Nice.
Okay.
On Aaron Gordon too, who has probably better ups than him.
Exactly.
Yeah. 6'11", man.
And B, I heard you say it on the Magic. Like, come on, like a poster's a poster.
A poster is a poster, like Dwayne Wade did on the terrible Heat team that 2010 didn't dunk on Kevin Garnett when they were a powerhouse. Come on.
Rondo dunked on Bosh.
Oh,
yeah, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, didn't Mo Williams dunk on Paul Pierce too?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if we're doing that,
I mean, you throw a fire, I'm going to throw it back.
I feel you. I guess my name is Charizard. Then.
Wow. Let's get it.
Wow. I'm bringing tomatoes next week.
What you got next, man? Honestly, let's talk about our AllStar MVP predictions since while we're at it, so we have that on the record. For AllStar MVP for the East, I'm taking John Wall. I think he's really out to get it this year.
So you got him being the All-Star Game MVP then if you got the East winning it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got Steph being that, man. I'm going to say the West is coming out, but it's going to be either Steph for the West, and for the East, I'm going to say LeBron. LeBron's going to carry that team.
I say in the West, Clay goes off. I think Clay is very MVP candidate. I don't know why it just feels right.
Like heat checks and they just go in.
It just feels right with Clay. I don't know why, but in the East,
Kevin Durant's in the game. I forgot. That'd be cool. He's a bad motherfucker.
I can't believe he's not starting. That's so odd to see.
That's fine.
A lot of second best players on the team don't get to start.
You're right.
For the West. For the East, it's hard to pick just one player I see going off. I mean, I get like John Wall, but LeBron, man, just like let LeBron cook this year. I think LeBron
let the young guys go at it, man.
Nah, LeBron wants this. Like, I think LeBron wants this.
Did we not see 2 years ago when he just like
right? I think LeBron wants this, man. I think he just wants to be like
it's competitive that last 10 minutes.
No, LeBron's be like, yo, Kyrie, check this out. Like, I think he's gonna do something like that. I'd love to see LeBron win an All-Star MVP. I got LeBron. Usually, I hate to pick cliche like that, but for some reason, I just feel like LeBron's gonna go off.
You know what's gonna be really deadly at the beginning of that game? It's gonna be John and Powell. That's gonna be really deadly.
I'd rather see John and LeBron, man. I just want to see them alleys. That's all I live for.
You're gonna get that.
That's all I live for.
You're gonna get that.
Man,
you're going to get that.
And you'll get alleys from LeBron to John Wall too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's gonna be crazy.
Man, Valentine's weekend. Yeah, right, man. This is All-Star weekend. Let's get it.
What weekend? Yeah, I was thinking All-Star weekend.
Into the game after that. Wow.
Yeah.
We hear you.
No, B loves that All-Star MVP from Kyrie, man.
Yeah, I know. Didn't he?
No, that's all I'm saying. He let my man John Wall get the starting position this year. He said, "You got it. Our team is doing good, so you got it."
Yo, remember that first game when this is what I tried to tell you two about earlier in the season that Chris Bosh could talk to Kevin Love about being underutilized by LeBron.
It's not being underutilized by LeBron. It's Kevin Love not knowing how to play off ball and being a powder and not trying hard on defense.
So was Chris Bosh a powder when he demanded the ball more?
No. Chris Bosh was playing better than Kevin Love. Chris Bosh was a better player at the time going into Miami than Kevin Love was going into Cleveland. That might be an unpopular opinion, but that's what I've always thought.
They still won the championship, man. That just proves how great they were.
Bosh was willing to do things. Bosh was willing to do things he wasn't comfortable with. He had to take a much greater reduction in his role than Kevin Love. So Kevin Love is at the end of it. Kevin Love is still doing what he's best at, like spotting up for threes,
which is why
getting rebounds.
He needs to talk to Chris Bosh, man.
I don't think Kevin Love's the type to do that. I think there's actually kind of arrogance to Kevin Love. I mean, I like Kevin Love. I'm a big fan of his, but I think there's an arrogance to him like that.
Why can't they play like Uncle Drew and all of them, man?
It's a commercial, man.
Kevin Love wants to be a star on the team, man.
I don't even think it's just that. I think he just needs to learn how to contribute to a winning team. It took Kyrie time to learn.
He doesn't want to see that dip in the numbers, though.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
Get those shooting percentages up. Maybe the numbers will go. I mean, his rebounds he's still rebounding 10, 11 a game. Yeah, I think he should. He can't be an idiot. I think he would have had to have known he was going to score less coming into Cleveland with Kyrie and LeBron, two ball-dominant players.
If Kyrie gets up to next season. If he gets up to 8 or 9 assists, that'd be a big.
He doesn't need to though.
He does, man.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't need to. Not the way. I'm just like, not the way Cleveland's playing right now. They've got it going. Like Kyrie's a sidekick. Like,
but before, were we not saying that Kyrie needs to be passing more? He was putting up 30 and 0 assists, man.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying that.
Okay, I like you ripping into
But we figured that out. Like, and I'm gaining respect for Kyrie. Not that I thought he was a bad player. I just thought he wasn't a guy that could make a team better. Right. But he's figuring out that sidekick role, and it's hard for him. I mean, he's a young player, used to being the best player on the team.
I think this All-Star Weekend may be one of the best we've seen in a while. Simply because we're going back to the regular skills challenge format, and we're going back to the regular dunk contest format.
Real quick, before we go, Magic obviously has been ripping Jim Buss. Says Kobe should step in, but I'm just gonna ignore that part. Should Magic like try and buy the Lakers? We're part of the Lakers.
Yeah, I think so.
Jim Buss made a promise a couple years ago that like if the Lakers weren't competitive in 3 years, he would step down and let Genie take over. Doubt he actually does that. He should.
You think Genie is even any more logical?
Yeah. I mean, you can't be less logical than Jim Buss.
So she was like, we're never
fun to watch too.
We're never trying to take.
I like.
Yeah, she
good
looking.
What
she said at the beginning of the season, she was like, that people should be, talking about the Lakers like this because
it's a very holier than thou attitude. Yeah, I mean, it's Lakers hubris. All right, that's our show for this week. Thanks for tuning in. You can catch Mitch and I Mondays, 1 p.m., 1 to 3, the Mitch and Numbers show. Enjoy your NBA tonight. Thanks for tuning in. See y'all next week.
Happy hump day.
Tell me if you wanna leave here with me. Tell me if you wanna leave with me.